International podcast. Um, Today we'll be looking at chapter 297 on Black Clover, and it's going to be a juicy one. I'm here with Kiwi-chan,
Hi guys.
and I'm also here with Chili Cracker,
Hi guys.
and I'm Andrek, your host for the day. And I got my my huge cup of fan service made of 3 different flavors of energy drinks. And today, every time there's going to be fan service, I'll be drinking from this putrescent mixture that I've created. So we're going to take a look at the cover art, and I'm just going to go ahead and get started, I guess. It's the cover art is, while it is fantastical and it is beautiful, it's nothing but cheeks. So, God, that's bad. Okay, Kiwi, what do you think about the cover art?
She looks more angelical, and honestly, it's insinuating that her thighs and every stuff about her, But yeah,
Oh,
I
man.
like it. Honestly, it's called exquisite, beautiful.
Yeah, it's kind of like how in RPGs, like the stronger the female armor is in that game, like the less, the more skin around the delicate areas are shown. Isn't that how it works when it comes to RPGs?
Of course.
Yeah, Chili, what do you think of the cover art?
I think Asta needs to ditch Sister Lily and go for his future wife, Noelle, finally. Because
Well, we'll see about that. We don't know if we're going to get any more cover art of Sister Lily anytime soon.
I really doubt that.
Yeah, maybe. So we're going to move past the cover art. The cover art, always love looking at the cover art before going on. And one thing I'd like to notice is, before we move past the cover art, I guess, is how she still has that halo. Like, this is the actual color of her armor. I thought whenever we were looking at the I guess the manga and stuff, we saw like a halo and angelic wings. I thought it was going to be more like a yellowish kind of tinge whenever she merged, but it's clear she's kind of like a water angel, I guess. And you can even look at if you look at the ends of her hair, her hair is turning from her like normal hair into water. Isn't that interesting?
Yeah, I see that.
See that? All right. Well, moving past the cover art, we have. I navigate my computer here. We have Noelle and Vonica battling it out, and I mean we saw a lot of this last chapter, and we're basically at that point where we were at before, where Noelle stabbed Laura Pacheco in the same spot her mom stabbed her before. What do you think about this, Kiwi?
Honestly, it's kind of reminiscing as the past, where you have that Noel's finishing the work that his mom couldn't do, but at the same time that she's growing to be just like her mother.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of similarities there, and and even Vonica notices it too. Like, she's getting all hot and bothered, per se. Chili Cracker, what do you think of this first couple of pages of these battles?
I'm kind of the same with Kiwi. Like, Noelle's following the same exact footsteps of her mother, except she's doing it in her own way, because we both know that Noelle and her mother both had lances. And Noelle was fighting with the lance at the very beginning, but then she stabs her with a sword, which I think it's just pretty much saying, like, Noelle is following just like her mother, but in her own kind of footsteps, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. Okay. Might I add, at these camera angles, since the whole battle starts from the second page and goes till like the 4 or 5. Might I say these angles are just, they did this on purpose. I'm just gonna say that right now. Like, come on, who the heck is the cameraman in this fight?
The author.
Yeah, I'm not complaining, but you know what I mean. It's just literally upskirt shots as far as the eye can see. So, holy moly!
I'm not complaining.
I do think the fight is probably one of the most magnifique things I've seen, because it kind of reminds me of the grandiose scale of the Yami and Asta fight, of how it made the whole battlefield like shatter, per se. That's the thing that I find interesting about it. So, moving past the fight, Boop, 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 boop. We're going to be taking out Vonika's confession. So,
Oof.
well, Vonika's confession isn't exactly on this page. The fight continues up to this point where Noelle does this awesome like face kick
Mm-hmm.
with more
Yes.
compromising photo angles and stuff. Like, oh, it's really bad. It's actually disgusting. If I'm being
Yeah.
honest.
Like that upward kick. I mean,
Yeah,
gravity
no,
was
well,
like
not even.
not a thing.
Well, not even like look at. Do you see the way she's like building up the kick too? Like that, the way the foot is conveniently placed over the. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
fuck. Tabata must have had a fun time drawing this one. But you know, she screams "Noel" and stuff like that. But and it ends with Vonika's clothes getting torn to smithereens. Good night,
Drink.
Irene.
Drink. Drink.
Oh my god, I'm in pain. Okay, but yeah, Noelle standing over her, looking very angelic. Vonika, you lose. I think this is where we get the Vonika's confession at. Here it is.
Mm-hmm.
And she's looking all sad. And I can't be the only one that looked at it at first and thought she had like glasses on, but she doesn't really have glasses on.
No, I think
like
it's just the outlines of.
Her devil mark.
Yes,
Yeah.
I can't think of it.
Yeah. Oh no. Rivals? Oh, yikes. What do you think of this, guys? What do you think of this Kiwi?
I have nothing to say. I'm like still in the shock about how Veronica. I'm still looking at it though. Oh my god. I'm still shocked. She looks like she's into it a lot.
Yeah.
Very, very into it.
That's
But
Yeah, she is.
yeah, she looks like she's into it.
I like her sword though. I like Noelle's sword. It reminds me of Asta's sword for some reason. I don't know
Yeah.
why.
I like how she
It
always
looks like
consistently looks
Sora
like she would
Online,
thrust it.
okay?
Sword art online. No, not really.
No.
She has a rapier. What do you think of that? What do you think of this Chili? The whole concept of them being rivals.
I think the main issue with her is the fact that she never really considered anybody a friend per se because they didn't meet her expectations on strength. And now that she fought Noelle and Noelle pretty much, destroyed her more ways than one, she finally found someone that she can probably consider a friend. That's why she wants Noelle to be her friend.
If this
Mhm.
actually does work out, it's gonna follow the same path of events that I said was gonna happen for the past couple of weeks of them.
Wait.
Monica sticking around.
Do you think that she's gonna get a curse?
No. I guarantee you, Noelle will not. Noelle would never want to be friends with this girl. Either
No,
that or
I'm not talking about that. But do you think she might get the curse?
Like her mom.
you think she might get
Yeah.
cursed? Maybe.
Yeah, just like his mom.
Maybe it's entirely possible, but at the same time, I also said last week, like we don't really know how Vonika encountered Noelle's mother. Like like there's no real evidence suggesting that Vonika went out of her way to kill her mother.
The last chapter.
In the last chapter, because in the last chapter I noted Chili, since you weren't here, she found out where her mother was from some other people, from someone else, and her mother was like in an exclusive spot living with her family at the time. So there's no way she could have found out where she was unless somebody tried to set her up to die. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You get where I'm going with this?
Yeah, I get it.
So I don't know if I don't see a friendship ever blossoming from somebody that killed your mom, but maybe the only possible thing I can see is like if Magicula separates from Vonika, and Magicula is like the one responsible for killing her mother. So if they both go for the demon, you know what I mean? That's the only possibility.
So you're saying
Mm-hmm.
like they separate and they actually have their own perspective personalities, and Majukula was actually the one
Yeah.
doing the tour this entire time.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I mean, the reason why is because like that's the only way I see a friendship ever coming out of this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because well, because it's just otherwise like there's what the heck is this like rival stuff thing like it's ridiculous. This is like this is like a typical shonen rivalry that we've seen, like not from Black Clover, but a typical shonen rivalry like Yugi and Kaiba level of like wanting to kill each other. You know what I'm talking about?
I was
Like
thinking, I was thinking more Goku and Vegeta.
yeah, maybe that's even bigger. Okay, we're gonna go to Magicula's emergence.
Mm-hmm.
Next couple of pages. So, and here we have here that I kind of figured this was coming when it comes to like Magicula coming out to trying to interfere with this fight, because I remember her like I know that Magicula likes Vonica because
Hmm.
she refers to her as like really intriguing and stuff like that. So
But
what do you guys?
apparently, Magicula is a girl, though.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, but demons are demons. I mean, I don't know much about demon anatomy, but I'm pretty sure they just kind of spawn down there. What do you guys think
But
of this?
I think that Magicula coming in, I first of all, I like to compliment how gorgeous the style when, like, out of all the demons out there, she has the most badass, like, looking more intimidating kind of, like, I'm saying as a demon, like a high class demon. I'm like, damn, that's something. And her manifesting popping, meaning she knows more than Lucifer. And I felt like this is some kind of like a first level. And that means Asta has to come in and help them if you want to be the demon. Just saying. Because Noelle's running out of time, you know?
If we're gonna talk about Magicula's descent, by the way, I just want to note here that it's on
Yeah.
pages 14 and 15, and as well as 12 and 13. If you want to
Yeah.
actually see what she looks like,
Hmm.
Chili, what do you think of this?
I like how she just comes out of nowhere and just be like, "There's a reason why I kept you around," and then she's like, she grew a actual attachment to Vonica, which I think was interesting because most devils don't
Yeah,
Yeah.
connect, and the fact that she actually came out and was like, I am actually attached to her. It's the only reason why I stayed around this long. But then immediately he's like, well, if I sacrifice you and then sacrifice Lala Pachika, I could manifest in this world. And I'm just like, oh. so you,
so
so
does
it's
that
like a.
mean? Oh, sorry.
I was gonna
Hmm.
say it's like she loves her, but she doesn't love her. It's kind of weird.
Yeah, but
That's
one
so
thing
weird.
one thing that I do find interesting is like, does that mean Magicula was already in this world?
Mm,
No, no, no. It's like I think it's more like it's
a
kind of the
backdoor.
same. No, it's like I feel like she already took over Verana's book. That's what I meant.
Maybe. Yeah, I didn't see. I mean, that's true. That's entirely possible. But we also see that in Dante's book too. There's devil writing. So
Hmm.
it's like if even if he takes over his grimoire, he's still left Dante. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
No, but I feel like you remember like what's his name? The guy in F arc. Apparently you need that book like turn into a demon for 5 leaf clover because you have a 4 leaf clover and the demon's trying to make it to like a fifth thing, and once it's fifth they can obtain that book now and they can finally use more magic, materialize in something more. That's what
You don't need a.
she
We do know you don't need a 5 leaf grimoire to materialize. And the reason
Hmm.
why is because the demon was already in this world trying to get a 5 leaf grimoire to use his full power
yeah,
in the
yeah,
world.
yeah, that's what I mean, full power,
Yeah,
but still.
they come to that world to get a grimoire. But the thing that I find interesting is we don't see any other demons doing this. because
Mhm.
she manifests, and we get to see the true form of Megicula, and I don't really know,
Mhm.
like like this is such a funny like person. This is such a funny looking demon, dude. It's actually like she's so tiny. You don't expect her to look like this, but at the same time, she does look kind of intimidating with that third eye on her forehead.
Yeah, like the all-seeing
Mhm.
eye.
Yeah,
Yeah.
my manifestation will be complete. It's so weird. I don't. This is one of those bits in the story that just come out of nowhere,
Hmm.
and I love it. Don't get me wrong. It's kind of like it comes out of nowhere. This demon just randomly shows up. Noel,
Hmm.
catch a break. This arc. Thank God. So
But I feel like
apparently,
Magicula, like what you said, I feel like Magicula is here through Noel's mom.
no, I don't think so.
No.
You don't think
No,
so?
she's
Okay.
here. She's here through Vonica, but
No, I
she
mean
must have.
like another gate, like another key. Like I
Yeah,
think
yeah,
that she
Oh,
put curses to the people, and then the more people die to her curse, the more she can get out of the.
well, she
yeah.
said 3 mages of the same sex. So that means like one of them had to be Noelle's mother
Yeah,
because she was also one of the most powerful ones that was cursed, Lala Pachika, and then actually taking Vonica. So that would be the 3 right there.
yeah,
Yes. So that that might be because if you go back to page 12 to
mm-hmm.
13, you can see that it cuts back to the fight between Noel's mother
Hmm.
and
Mm-hmm.
Megicula. And it says there are the souls of 3 vastly powerful mages of the same sex. So in order for her to manifest, she has to suck up to absorb the soul of 3 female mages of vast power in order to manifest in the world in her true form. The first one was Noel's mother. The
Yeah,
second one is Laura Perchica, and the third one is Vonica herself. And now she is manifest. She is manifested.
But she hasn't really actually sucked out like Lala
She hasn't. She's
Pachika.
not. She's not truly manifested fully yet. Because right now she says, however, once Vonica and Lord Pacheca die, my manifestation will be complete. So they're gonna have
yeah,
to destroy this demon, save Vonica and Lord Pacheca at the same time, and that's how Vonica and Noel will be rivals.
Hmm.
yeah.
There we go. And Vonica is naked.
I mean, she's kind of got like that demon magic covering over her, like with Asta. Kind of
Yeah,
makes me think
Yeah.
of like 7 Deadly Sins kind of vibe.
Because
interesting. It looks like a
Noel's
sacrificed
mom
person.
died, so
Yeah,
that's first key, and then the second key.
Lord Pacheca, and the third
Yeah.
one is Vonica. But
Mm-hmm.
those keys haven't been killed off yet, so
Yeah.
that's what her goal was. She wanted to manifest by absorbing the souls of 3 powerful female mages, and her goal was always to use Vonica, from what I can
Yeah.
understand.
I mean, she did form an attachment to her, so I'm thinking like if all else fails, she was gonna do this. But I think she was actually trying to get a third female mage without having to sacrifice her. I mean,
You gotta wonder
there's
if there's any other curses like this.
yeah, but you also got to think
That's why I was thinking of Noel
they
when I
had
was.
so much of an attachment with each other, though. So that might be another reason why she's able to manifest like this.
Mm-hmm.
Like, is there gonna be a special condition? Like, it's like sacrificing 3 creatures to summon the Egyptian god cards level of like randomness. Like
Hmm.
what? Like, are there
Mm-hmm.
do these demons have specific conditions that they must require in order to like manifest themselves, or is this like
Yeah.
the exception because like it's like a curse?
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand because Weg itself is a curse. I
Yeah.
what are like we don't really know the nature of like curses in this story. They're kind of used, in my opinion, they're kind of used for just like plot.
Plot device.
Yeah, like this came out of nowhere, and it's from like a
Yeah.
curse that she created. And is that a dress she's wearing, by the way, on page 14? See that?
No, no, those are tentacles.
Are those tentacles?
I don't know. It's probably a dress. I mean, you
Dude,
can
she
see her
has
hand.
hands. She has
You can
hands.
see her hand.
Are those her feet hanging on Laura Pacheca? I can't tell. That's so
I don't.
weird.
I don't know. We'll find out next chapter.
Yeah, perhaps. All right, we're gonna move on. Yikes, man! That's some cool imagery.
Yeah.
Did Lala Pachika dirty right
Yeah,
there.
yeah. Laura Pacheca's devil form. So if you look at this page, you see Electro Boy is in a bad state, and that's a really I really like that close up of Megicula. That looks really interesting.
Yeah, you can see kind of where Vonica got her dark eye thing
Oh
with that
yeah.
close up.
Well, the thing I find fascinating is I think that might be Vonica's eye on her forehead.
Yeah, that's just true because Vonica always wore that eye patch.
Yeah, I think that's Vonica's eye on her forehead. So they're kind of merged together right now. So that's I like the I like
Mm-hmm.
this is so random. I like Lord Pacheco's devil form, and if you look at the little squiggly thing on her stomach, it reminds you. Have you ever had a Sega Dreamcast? You know what I'm talking about? Like it starts off like
Yeah.
goonk, and it just does the little squiggly thing.
Oh my god.
It looks exactly like that. So what, hey, Kiwi? What do you think of this? What do you think of the situation?
First of all, I feel bad for Laura Prochica because you know what, like she doesn't want to do this. Now she's turned into a demon. I didn't think a curses can turn you to a demon, so that's something that is kind of shocking, and also that opens a lot of expectations. So the others can turn into demons if the higher up can, so I don't know, maybe something foreshadowing for something that um the author wants to do, and also Tabata can do both ways with this. And I just hope that like Noelle has a time limit, so I hope something happened to her that will help her fight longer, because this is a sticky situation.
Yeah, I agree. And it's really it's mind boggling to me because like if this goes the way it's supposed to go, um, like this actually will end up with Vonica and Noelle becoming friends, and they actually end up sticking around. I don't know what's going to happen to the Dark Triad if they do
They
survive. I
become
imagine,
Tomodachi.
yeah, maybe. What do you think of this, Chili?
Um, I do find it interesting how Lala Pachika turned like this, but I feel like it's just the effects of the curse magic slash wag magic on her, and that's why she manifests like this. Plus, it probably amplified because Majukio actually manifests in the world.
Hmm.
So honestly, I feel like as soon as they take out Majukio, Lala Pachika is just going to turn right back to normal, or Lala Pachika dies and she actually manifests completely in the world, and then like Kiwi said, Asta shows up and saves the day, but Noelle did take out Vonica within the first 30 seconds, so she still has 30 seconds of time left on that form.
Yeah. One thing that I find interesting, if you look at the background of the image of Lord Pacheco, you see a tree.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I think that's the tree that connects the underworld right there growing. See that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're still fighting in the throne room. Um, the Another thing that I find interesting is this is just some of the little tidbits that I've noticed. The second thing is that she has the same markings that Licht had whenever he made the demon to turn him. He made the
Yeah.
contract to turn himself into the demon. If you look at the lines on her face,
Hmm.
it's the same curse mark. Vonica, yeah, Luciella says, well, we'll cover that in the Q&A, but I don't think so, if I'm being honest. Um,
Uh, like, yeah, we'll talk about that in Q&A.
we have a Q&A later. Stick around. We'll answer a lot of questions.
Mhm.
So I think people need to come to Noelle's going to need to get some help on Megicula. Either that or she's going to kill her herself. I doubt it. Maybe Vonica can resist, but I don't think Vonica really saw this coming if you look at her face, like in the previous pictures, she's honestly baffled herself that she's about to die. So, yeah, I don't know what the nature of her curse is with this demon form. It's like she's trading in. It's like she's being sent to the underworld per se in exchange for her in exchange for Magicula coming into this reality. And if that's the nature of this curse, then when you think about it, maybe Noelle's mother could be in the underworld.
Oh, that'd be
Please
something.
don't.
But that also could maybe bring her back. I don't know.
No, I don't
Possibly.
want. No.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with that.
No.
I can just imagine Noelle's mom coming back and she's like, "You guys have been bullying your sister," and then she just goes ham on her kids.
I don't know about that. That's like that's like a fanfic, but right now, and that's the end of the chapter right there. I mean, right now, the situation went from awesome to dire
Mm-hmm.
yet again,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, this is it's really heating up here in Black Clover. I can't wait to see chapter 298. And we're gonna get into the rating section now. So,
Yeah.
in my opinion, and this is my humble opinion, this is a 9 out of 10 chapter because it has everything. As fan service, as awesome art, as awesome art, it has great fighting scenes, it has closure, and it has a plot twist. That's really good. That's a really good chapter in my opinion. What do you think, Noel? I mean, not Noel. Kiwi.
Oh,
um, honestly, I will have to give it 10 out of 10. I usually give rating. I usually rarely give a 10 out of 10, but for me, the reason I give this 10 out of 10 was because like it gets to the hyped up part when we were reading the other chapter to this, and how she went down as a very satisfying way, and also intense, like really intense, more intensive, like, oh no, did you know that I'm coming back? And it's like, oh shoot, what's happening? Like that intense and that like twist that like Magicula is coming. I'm like, oh no. And then you have Laura Pachica like coming and becoming. I'm like, no, why? So it gets to the point your adrenaline and your hyped gets to the level and you're excited about like what's gonna happen. So that's why I have to give it 10 out of 10.
Yeah, it's this is just a good chapter all around. Like I can't, like in previous chapters I get like frustrated about certain things. The only thing that I am a little frustrated about is like this random tidbit about the fact that she's absorbed 3 souls of vastly powerful mages of the same sex.
Mm-hmm.
And when you think about it, she could have done this from the very start of the fight.
maybe.
Well,
Maybe
Laura
it just takes
Pachica,
time.
you already had Laura Pachica and Vonica right there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but maybe it's like a will thing because the only person that will hasn't really been broken was Vonica's until Noelle pretty much destroyed her and like her magic was low enough to actually
Take over.
let Magicula take her over and just be like, okay, you're weak enough now, I can claim your soul, kind of thing.
Yeah. So what do you think of this? What do you rate this chapter, Chili?
I rate this as a 9 out of 10. I love the fan service, especially two waifus of Black Clover in it fighting each other.
Of course.
People still want Vonica to step on them. That's a fact.
Hey,
But
that's chilly, but you know,
but I really do like the whole fight scene that they had, and then just Magicula coming out saying like, "You were important to me, but I need these 3 souls to manifest." So sorry.
Mhm.
One thing that baffles me is I wonder if any of these demons have any other like conditional like summons. Like if if we're gonna come back to Yuno's fight,
Well, we
Yeah.
we don't even know.
Uh, we don't even know Xenon's devil yet. Like we don't
Yeah,
know his name.
we've not met the devil. I think it could be like it could be something interesting with him, but we haven't met his devil, and we also don't know if he has a conditional summon as well. And we also know that Lucifero abandoned Dante.
Yo.
Mhm.
Because if we look back to, if it says Lucifero and the others haven't noticed us.
Mhm.
Yeah.
so they're busy doing something else. We're going to move on to the Q&A section. Is that right?
No, we're doing the what's gonna happen to the next chapter. Then we're gonna do the Q&A.
Okay, sorry, I didn't see the list. All
Okay.
right, well, what do you think is going to happen next chapter? I think people are going to come to their rescue, and the reason why I think this is because Asta, Magna, and Luck are all running towards this direction. Because if you look in this picture, you see the tree.
Mhm.
So this is like in the middle of the middle of everything.
Yeah.
What do you think is going to happen next chapter, Kiwi?
I feel like Asta's gonna come in, but at the same time, it's gonna be on the moment where Noelle is in a state that she is about to die, and or some of them about to die, and Asta's gonna come in and save them. And I felt like it's like I feel like just like Chili said or you guys said, they need a third person to for the will. So I feel like we could get like Noelle losing her will to fight and actually succumbing to the curse or something, and that turns her into, I guess, another sacrifice.
Hmm. Yeah, you know what? I guarantee you, and this is what I think is going to happen, if based upon the layout of the series. The first half of the chapter is going to be Gaja getting destroyed by Gaja and Noelle getting destroyed by Magicula.
Mm-hmm.
The last couple pages are going to be Austin them like, or maybe like some sort of other scene going on, or Austin
Yeah.
them running in. And the last picture is probably going to be Asta or somebody trying to defend Noelle, as
Mm.
Magicula is gonna like about to make the final blow or whatever.
Yeah.
What do you think? What do you think is gonna happen next chapter, Chili?
I don't ever remember Noelle actually using ultimate magic yet, so I feel like she's gonna do a full power attack like towards the very end of the fight for like a one and done kind of thing, and I feel like it's gonna be like a Dragon Ball Z thing where Goku hit Frieza with a spirit bomb and Frieza just comes back. But I think that's how it's gonna end up. She's gonna go full on attack, try to destroy Majukula. Majukula seems like she's gone. She comes back. Noelle's completely spent, and then everyone else comes to save the day. But Majukula's taken enough damage to where she can't really fend off, and then probably runs away per se.
Yeah.
I'd love to see a mage take down a devil, and the reason when I say that, I mean the only time we've seen a devil die in the series so far, like a physical devil getting killed, is when Asta cut it with his sword.
Twice.
I'd love
Yeah.
to see somebody with actual magic kill a demon this time, and this is just something, because we haven't seen it. We haven't seen a devil die.
You know who one person who can do it?
Yami.
No.
Probably
Uh
Noelle.
no, this is sister. What is her name? You know, the crazy fire lady. I forgot her name.
Oh,
Mary Leona.
Yeah.
Yeah, she could probably do that. She did that. She did kill that demon. Actually, now I think about
Yeah.
it. Mm. And for everybody watching that hasn't seen this before, this is fan service. It's like 3 different energy
You should
drinks.
name it fan service cup.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah,
so.
I should get like a piece of paper and write it on here. But this is the fan service cup. It has 3 different energy drinks in it, and whenever I get reminded of fan service, I'd take a drink from that, and it's probably not good for me. Probably going to shorten my life, but anything for fan service. Okay, we're going to go into the Q&A. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I think the best way to do this is we're gonna pick 3 questions we have already here, and maybe take 1 or 2 more if anybody adds a new one. Anybody adds new question.
We have a good question.
Yeah.
So
We
let's
have a lot
go
of good
with
questions.
Lisana. Pull up Lisana. Do Noel's mom's spirit will help Noel out with this fight?
Maybe.
possible.
Like, maybe, I don't know.
It's a shonen
Because
thing.
Yeah, I mean, it could
you
be.
think so?
It's entirely possible. We don't know.
Okay. We don't know.
Maybe it's a
Okay.
shonen thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Again, Dragon Ball Z, father son
Yeah.
Kamehameha thing. Noelle doing her little sword thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, and then we have Lucy. Do you think that Veronica will kill herself because she has no more purpose in her life?
I think she'll find purpose in her quote unquote rivalry with Noelle.
Mm-hmm.
That's the
Hmm.
reason. That's the way they're going to keep her around. But I don't know what they're going to do
Yeah.
with her as a character because that the Wizard King might pardon her as like a somebody who could be like a piece, like somebody that could be like a force for the Clover Kingdom, I guess. But
I don't know
that's
about
kind
that.
of a stretch for the Dark Triad. You know, that's kind of a stretch.
I mean, she might try to join in the fight, seeing how Jukila wants to take her soul. She might try to break free from that.
Yeah, but even if they do succeed, which is basically what I think is going to happen, like where do you go from there? Because even the bad guys that helped out in the Elf arc ended up like getting put in jail. You know,
Yeah.
Mhm.
so I don't know what's going to happen with them. What do
Okay,
you think,
and
Kiwi?
then I would have to agree with you honestly, because
Mm,
like um, like the Wizard King, I can see him forgiving the people, but at the same time, like Asta is the one who's gonna like, oh, I forgive her or something, or either well
yeah,
Noel or something. But other than that, um, I don't see it and stuff. And this is I'm putting up another question. Kiyoki,
Kyo- it's
okay,
Kyoko.
Kyoko, what do you guys think the curse will take effect on her soul? I think they're talking about Veronica here.
yeah. Do you think of guys? I
You
try
guys
not to. No, but I know what you mean. Uh, Curses effect on the soul. I don't know. And the reason we have seen the effect of curses on the souls in the series, and the reason why I know this is because, like, the elf soul that was within, never remember her name, only know Prickly Princess. What's that
Yeah.
chick's name?
Charlotte.
Charlotte.
Charlotte, Princess Charlotte. The curse that was affected on her affected her soul, which affected her magic. People's magics and souls are kind of related in this
Yeah.
story,
Yeah.
which kind of makes Asta kind of weird in that regard. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So it's very finicky when it comes to curses affecting people's souls. Lord Pachika very well could be irreparably damaged from this arc, and then
Maybe.
she very well could be just from
Yeah.
like that transformation and her life force being drained away. It's very bad. So
Mm-hmm.
what do y'all think of that? Wait, I'm basically the only one talking. What do y'all think of this question?
The question that was so I think that it will affect her a lot with how with because you said Magicula needs to soul, so I feel like that is the reason why people die is because through their souls and stuff, and like or something might be like a pay, like you need a big toll, like you lose your soul, you lose your magic, and you basically sacrifice or forfeit your
Mm,
life in order to thing. But um if that's the case, then Lord of Pachika is no longer a queen of
yeah,
the Heart Kingdom, and that means Noelle has to step in to be the queen now.
yeah,
Mm,
maybe that'd be an interesting way for the arc to change.
so I was thinking something along that line too, except I really didn't think Lala Pachika would die. I think like her and Noelle would be like become buddies, and Noelle
Or
would be like a thing for the Heart Kingdom because they're already friends with
yeah,
Mars, and he's from the Diamond Kingdom. And if Yuno takes his rightful place as the Spade King, it'd be like a complete alliance with the entire country or
Hmm.
continent.
well, if Noelle
If
takes
he
it
does, if
over,
everybody chooses to do those things, we
yeah,
don't know how this arc's going to end. Especially with if the Heart Queen does die, which I don't think is going to happen, but um, or gets irreparably scarred, somebody there's going to be a power vacuum there in terms of like being able to control the magic, especially since like the water spirit is now bound to
Mm-hmm.
Noelle. There's like a power vacuum there. There's going to
Yeah.
be a power vacuum in the Spade Kingdom. Of course, Yuno could step up and take that, but Yuno declared
Yeah.
himself of the Clover Kingdom. There's a actual simp war going on in the chat right now.
Yeah, I saw
Just gonna go ahead and say that.
it.
I was just ignoring that. But okay,
But
continue.
yeah, there's gonna be a power vacuum everywhere. The Diamond Kingdom has been destroyed just about. There's a power vacuum over there. The Clover Kingdom has taken some damage, but not as much damage as the other
Mm-hmm.
places of the world. So we could see like a unified world here, potentially.
Hmm.
But
Mm-hmm.
the problem is, if we go that route, we'll need to explore in future arcs. We need to explore foreign lands and
Yeah.
or fight the system of the Clover Kingdom itself.
Yeah, I
Because
mean,
it's entirely possible after the display Asta had in the Clover Kingdom, the
Yeah.
nobles would have taken notice of him, like of his power, I guess, and feel threatened by his presence. So that's
True.
they could totally after this arc start targeting the Black Bulls and exile them, and then we could have literally like Black Bull exiles kind of thing. That'd be pretty
Yeah.
cool.
true, but the higher nobles wouldn't allow that. Like Noelle's family, then you have the Vermilions. The only other person, the
Yeah,
only main noble that hates him, like Asta specifically, is the king himself.
yeah, but he's the king. You know what I mean?
Eh,
Mm-hmm.
He's the king, and also all the nobles within the like the higher nobles within the trials too, and also
Yeah, that's true.
Damnatio.
Well, the Nashus started to like,
like warm up to him.
yeah, well,
Damnatio only cares about the Clover Kingdom.
yeah, but like after the demon, and then he sliced in front, like he's like, oh, I got saved. I
Yeah,
saw that.
I see what you mean, but
Yeah.
at the same time, like Damnatio, his whole goal was just to preserve the power of the nobility and preserve the Clover Kingdom itself. So
Mm-hmm.
ultimately, I think that's what his goal is. And maybe I don't think Damnatio is essentially on Asta's side. More or less, he's just on the side of the Clover Kingdom.
Mm-hmm.
We have one last question.
Okay, and I think that's for Edgar.
Hmm.
And let's put up Edgar. Was
Will someone come to save him with this fight? Yeah, I think so. I think there's going to be there's going to be a point of overwhelming power with Megicula, especially since she's like such a higher ranked demon. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
So there's going to be more people in this fight.
But she's not fully manifested yet, so she doesn't have her full strength.
Yeah, well, that's true. That's very true. But at the same time, like
Mhm.
looking at the horns on that thing, like if from what I can tell, like horns kind of like translate to power in this series when it
Hmm.
comes to demons, like I guarantee you, like it's gonna be something problematic. What do you think, Kiwi?
Um, honestly, like I would agree with you, but at the same time, I'm like, it's difficult to say. Like, with Asta coming in, rescuing them, but I feel like Noelle has to unlock another power for her to
Mm.
slay the demon. I kind of want her to unlock another power for her because I feel like unlocking it meaning that she can train it in the means of a new water,
I
like
mean,
water slice or something like that.
I did say before though she hasn't used her ultimate magic yet.
Yeah. What about you, Chili? What do you think?
I just said what I think.
Oh,
She still hasn't used her ultimate magic yet, so that's gonna be
Yeah.
like the
yeah,
trump card she needs.
Mhm.
that's true.
All right. Well, any closing remarks, my friends? We're
I
just
do
about
have a I do have a question. last couple questions. Do you think that with this fight, do you think there's actually going to be like an actual death of casualties of some people that actually, because now that I'm seeing, like, I don't even seeing any of them fighting, like any death going on with this war. I feel like this war is just like, okay, well, I flex, I fight, and then but there's not really death. And I feel like we need to actually see death in order how grim the situation and the that this is serious, because it feels like a normal, I don't know, like a shonen kind of series where you go to war and fights, and then like you took on one-on-one fights and stuff. It's not, there's no feeling like those consequential fights. So what do you two think?
I think that Gaja might die.
Hmm.
That's an acceptable loss, in my opinion.
That would hurt Lola Pachuca.
Laura Pachica could die too.
Oh,
Those
Wow.
those are my two, I think.
Yeah.
okay. For me, I say it's going to be one captain and two regular mages in the Magic Knight squad. I have a strong feeling it's going to be Leo. I feel like he's going to die. I mean, we haven't seen anything about him, so there's a good chance.
Leo's not gonna die.
Leo's
They're
my
setting
favorite
them up. They're setting him up to be like
character.
an ultimate rival for the Wizard King title. Leo's not gonna die.
But
Maybe I'd say like Leona or his brother would die before he does.
maybe. But I feel like someone close to Asta has to die just for him to get like a new power boost, because they already said before his armor isn't technically complete yet for his union
Yeah.
mode.
Mhm.
So I feel like if someone dies, I would set him off the edge just for him to get like a huge power boost.
Maybe
I'm gonna be go far fetched with this, but as much as thing, there's one person that I'm hope to die, and I feel like people are gonna like message me. It's like, how could you? You're so cruel. Is Sister Lily, because I feel like that would put Asta in edge in the sense, and I feel like targeting Sister Lily because of the orphanage and stuff, like near in his place, would literally get us to feel like I fail again, like feeling failure to the point that I couldn't even protect the people I care about, that
yeah.
he was set. And then I feel like that's where Noel come in and comfort him,
Yeah.
be his
That'd be interesting. That'd be an interesting thing. I don't think that's gonna happen this arc, but
yeah.
yeah, that's definitely something that's probably gonna happen in the future.
I'm a little sus. I'm a little sus of Sister Lily. I feel like there's something there that they haven't really explored yet. Maybe she's like from a different continent, or she's a spy
Don't
of some
talk about
sort.
that theory, dude. I've already seen those
Or
theories.
maybe she's Asta's aunt. That's why.
That'd
Like
be
she's
really
No.
the
weird.
No
the
way.
sister.
That'd be really weird.
No way. I don't think so.
I mean, if she is, or could it be Yuno's sister? Because she looks a bit like Yuno, a bit.
Well, there was a hint in the elf arc that and
Yeah.
there's a hint in the elf arc that the elf referred to Sister Lily as royalty, but with her magic. Because I mean, from what I've noticed, everybody that's associated with the church in this series has some sort of royalty level magic power.
Yeah.
I wonder what that is. We'll see. We don't even know where the church came from or who they worship. So
Maybe she's a runaway princess.
maybe.
Who wanted to become a nun?
You have one more question, Kiwi?
Nope, that will be it. Do you have
Okay.
questions?
I'm
I got
done.
nothing.
All right. Well, it seems like the simp war has ceased in the chat, so we can go ahead and close this up for the day. Thank you guys. Thank you guys for attending the Otaku International podcast. Make sure to follow us online. Join our Discord. Discord link is in the stream. And we still need members in our community. We all hang out all the time, especially this time of day. If you ever have questions about anime, ever want to watch anime with people, you can come in and do that. or if you just want a place to hang out for a little bit. My name is Andrek. I'm here with Kiwi-chan, Chili Cracker. See you later, I guess. See you next Monday.
Bye. See you
Bye,
next
guys.
Monday.